Hello, hello, hello. It's coffee time. It's coffee time. Music news? Yeah, got him. Last night was the Brits. Brits are a music awards thing. I didn't watch much of it. In fact, I watched about 5 minutes of it because I was just switching between channels. But Adele won Best Artist. The thing about the Brits is they've dropped gendered categories. So there's no Best Male or Best Female. It's just Best Artist. And Adele won Best Artist. And she said, I know the award has changed, but I love being a female artist. She did. She said it. That's his picture. His picture of here, look, see, on the Daily Mail website. There she is getting her award. And this caused a furore on the tweets on social media for people accusing her of being a TERF because that's transphobic, saying that she enjoys being a woman. It's a strange world we live in because only men are allowed to say that they enjoy being women now. It's true. It's true, but yeah, I don't agree with the whole genderless categories. I think it just again sidelines women more. How so, Darren? Well, Adele won this time, but the whole point is why do I have to explain? I don't have to explain. It's just better. It's just for the best. Because if you take, for example, the Oscars, things like that, especially women directors, they don't have best women. They just have like a best director category, and women directors very rarely get featured in the Oscars. And I think it would be good for more women to get recognised for artistic work. And so that's why I think in some cases gendered categories actually give women a bit more power and get them. Oh, we're doing that again. It's disconnecting and reconnecting over and over again. This isn't good, is it? Must be something. It must be a problem with YouTube. Again, so this is a bit choppy. It's not my fault. It's the connection with YouTube. Okay. So I'm just going to carry on. There may be stutters and starts and fits and pops. It's not my fault. Oh, Cressida Dick is in the news. Cressida Dick she's the head of the Metropolitan Police. Sadiq Khan, our beloved panda-eyed mayor. Look, he has got panda eyes. Look at him. He looks like he hasn't slept. And that's Cressida Dick there. Probably most famous for the shooting of Jean-Charles Menendez back in, when was it, 2005? She gave the kill order for Jean-Charles Menendez. End up being head of the Met, purely because they wanted a female leader of the Metropolitan Police. But anyway, she's useless. She's absolutely useless. And she's got 2 days to fix things. Mayor Khan has given her 2 days to fix the Metropolitan Police. Just 2 days. 2 days. That can't be right. It's not right. But yeah, because there's so many issues with the Metropolitan Police, with sexism and racism and all these other isms. Because let's face it, the police only employ the bullies. Do you remember the school bullies at school? They all end up joining the police force, don't they? Mind you, if you get burgled, who do you call? The police. Oh, got to be nice to the police. I love the police, honestly. But yeah, I always like to see. I always imagine that Cressida Dick was named by an Italian father, and dismayed that she turned out lesbian, he said, "Why you know Cressida Dick?" I love that joke, and I'm going to keep doing it until I get a laugh. But no, she's absolutely useless in that position. Nothing to do with her being a woman or a lesbian for that matter. But I think she shouldn't have been fired when Jean-Charles Menendez was murdered by the police, right? She should have been fired then. But we have this habit in this country of promoting the incompetent. It's what we do. That's why Johnson is Prime Minister. It's what we do as a country. We go, you're useless. have a promotion. Meanwhile, Kurt Zuma, the cat-kicking West Ham player, they actually played him last night. West Ham actually played him. And I heard manager David Moyes' awful excuse. He made some mealy-mouth excuse of why he fielded him. And everyone was booing him and making cat noises. And, but he's under investigation, and rightly so, because he drop-kicked his cat across the floor. And they reckon he could be facing 4 years in prison in France. So what, we're going to extradite him? The French going to extradite him? Just an awful, awful, awful man. Like I said, if I ruled the world, death penalty for anyone who abuses animals, because they're usually lacking something up here, aren't they? Meanwhile, the Beluga Bar in Leatherhead, don't worry, I've never been there either, has come under fire. What? Why? Why have they come under fire? Well, it's a fairly swanky, high-profile restaurant. I think it's just opened, and they charge £45 for caviar and £17 for octopus maki. So it's pricey Japanese fare. But yeah, they've kind of fall foul of the locals because they've imposed a bit of a dress code. They want a sexy dress code. They demand that women wear sexy black ankle strap heels with skinny jeans or bodycon dresses. And you go, what? I mean, it's bad enough when I remember I went to a pub once, they wouldn't let me wear my hat. I was going to take it off anyway, because I usually take my cap off when I go inside, but the woman bounced on the door and take your hat off. It's like, well, I'm just going to do it inside. It's a bit weird taking your hat off before you enter a premises, or is it? I mean, what is the etiquette on that? But we're talking about etiquette, and we're talking instead of the Beluga Bar in Leatherhead. And so yeah, the locals have branded it sexist and misogynist, and they'd be boycotting it. And again, you should really, I mean, it's all right having a loose dress code. No, that's not somebody who wears loose dresses. No building attire, that kind of thing. No work clothes. I think you can get away with that. But yeah, you can't. You also. It claims that it's strictly invite only for entry. Entry's invite only, okay. But you can have no hoodies, no trainers, no shorts, and no flip flops. Fair enough. Oh dear. Much success to them. I'm sure they're going to go down very, 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 very well. I don't think so. Meanwhile, farmers, they've updated the countryside code, and farmers have been told to be less rude to ramblers and to use more friendly language. The guidance says, there's the big thing in the UK about right of way for ramblers and people who like walking, and there's been this kind of endless battle between landowners, farmers, and ramblers and walkers, and so yeah, there's been an increase in dog poop and littering since the lockdown, because I guess more people are going out and taking their dogs. Increased dog ownership around here. I've noticed an increase in dog poop, and bad enough I have to pick up my own, but I have to dodge everybody else's. But yeah, the countryside code published by Natural England are asking landowners to be more pleasant and to help them get back on the path. Remember, stay on the path and keep off the moors. I think we've all learnt that, haven't we? Stay on the path, keep off the moors. But yeah, our farmers are going to be more friendly, and they won't chase you off the fields with a shotgun like they do in all those movies we've seen. See, there we go. Get off my land, please. So, more friendly farmers. Huzzah, huzzah. Meanwhile, what would this come under? Was it be art news? This is a story out of Russia. This is a fellow on his first day of his job at the Yeltsin Center in the Russian city of Yekaterinburg. This security guard, he had one job to do, and that was to make sure that all the art is safe. But he's been fired. It's like, why has he been fired? Because he defaced one of the pictures. He drew eyes. He drew eyes on the picture there. I don't think so. Yeah, really, it's meant to look more like this, and he drew eyes on the painting. First day in the job. That's not very good, is it? And it's a very famous piece. Anna Leposkaya's Three Figures, painted between 1932 and 1934, and they reckon it's £740,000 worth of damage he's caused. So, yeah, he's out of a job. That comes under you had one job to do. Meanwhile, if you're looking for a change of career, and I was thinking of applying for this, in the Channel Islands, Jersey, Mont Orgueil Castle are looking for a new falconer. Yeah, they want somebody to go and help the castle's resident hawk, and they want them to wow the crowds because they put on shows and everything. They've got a picture of Mike Entwistle, who's retiring. He's retiring, and they need a new falconer. And I want to know, do you get the hat? Does the hat come with it? Because, man, I'd like a hat like that. And the falcon looks pretty impressive too. I had a cockatiel once. Yeah. So if I put that down on my CV, do you think I'd be in with a chance? Do you think I'd be in with a chance with that? Maybe not. I'll have to do the carrot story tomorrow. Now I've kind of overrun yesterday's coffee time. Didn't go live until gone midnight, 12 hours after the broadcast. So this is why no one gets to see it. And looks like no one's in the chat today. So I'm off then. See you again tomorrow. Don't forget, drink it up.